welcome to your Ahimsa flow. So Ahimsa is one of the great yogic teachings in yoga philosophy, and Ahimsa means non-harming or non-violence. So we are going to flow with that notion of non-harming in mind, in heart, in our practice today as we keep it slow, steady, and kind. This practice is going to be all on the ground, and also we are really going to be taking care of our inner ecosystem so we can better take care of the outer ecosystem in the world around us. So go ahead and grab a blanket if you like. I love sitting on a blanket and adding that little lift and a cushion to your sits bones there. And you can always roll up the blanket one time and sit up a little higher, which is really helpful. It took me years to sit comfortably like this, so if this is not your most comfortable position, you're not alone. It gets better with your yoga practice, with a consistent yoga practice. So anywhere that you feel comfortable, begin there, whether your legs are out long or in a seated position. And so you did the hardest part. You pressed play, you came to your mat, you chose yourself. So in a world where we spend a lot of time staying busy and in the thinking mind and in an urgent state, one of the many great things that yoga teaches us is to just simply be present. So before we move into our flow here today, or tonight, wherever this practice meets you in your day or evening, we're just gonna be and really embody a human being rather than a human doing. So, and this sometimes is the hardest part of our yoga practice, is to just be. Let's bring the index fingers and the thumbs together, a little focal point there. And just gently rest your hands on your thighs. Roll the shoulders back and down. The heart is open, the chest is open. Starting to activate the core muscles and the back, keeping the spine nice and long. The gaze can go down towards the earth or gently close your eyes, whichever makes you most comfortable. And so part of Ahimsa, or non-harming, is not only our actions, but our thoughts. So notice where your mind wanders. And just notice how the idea of non-harming can be helpful to you throughout your practice. Are we having harmful thoughts towards ourselves or towards being still? And know that this is all normal and part of the human experience, to notice the wandering mind, and then we use our breath as our anchor to come back to the present. The comfort and the stability in the present, not in the past or the future. And just start to notice your breath. Is it slow or steady or choppy? The jaw is relaxed. And soften in the face. Maybe stretch out your face. It may feel weird at first, but just opening your mouth and stretching out the face a little bit, maybe shaking the head or giving yourself some gentle neck rolls here. And just gently from side to side, your chin comes down to the chest and over to one shoulder, keeping those shoulders back and down. And we'll come back to center, roll the shoulders up. On the breath in and a nice exhale, roll those shoulders back and down a little bit more. Let's start to create a more audible breath now. So our Ujjayi breath The ocean-like, wave-like structure here, really tuning into the sound. Deepening the breath, the inhalation and the exhalation. Path that unites our consciousness with our thoughts and our body is the breath, harmonizing all of these aspects of our being together. We'll take 3 more breaths here. Non-harming, being kind, being gentle, because you're worth it. And you deserve love and self-compassion. Beautiful. We'll go ahead and take the arms straight out in front of us. Drop the fingertips towards the earth. Stretch out the wrists. Keep the shoulders back and down. The spine is long. And then turn the left hand up. Gently pull back on the fingertips, adding a little extra stretch if you'd like here. And then roll out the wrists. And then gently pull those fingers back, or just let both fingers face up. You might add a little stretch to that right hand there. Good. And then shake out your wrists. Lace your hands together, roll out the wrists here. Just moving into the joints here, awakening up the body. And then switch the grip, and then start to rotate those wrists. Still sitting up nice and tall. You can even close your eyes still here. Good, and then we'll take the arms out wide into a T position, really lengthening like you're trying to reach love, reach into kindness there, non-harming, and then drop those fingertips towards the earth. Roll the shoulders back and down, the spine is long. We'll drop the right hand to the earth. Lift the left arm up. First, just reaching, creating that beautiful space in your left side body. Drop that left shoulder, both shoulders roll back and down, creating some space there. And then maybe lean a little bit more into the side body stretch. You can take your hand behind your head. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, elbow comes down towards the knee. Inhale, opening up. And then exhale, elbow towards the knee. At your own pace. Spiraling the heart open. Rooting down into the hips. The core is engaged and the spine is long. 2 more cycles here. Opening up, reach that left arm up over the head. Breathe, be present. Go ahead and come back to center. Go ahead and give yourself a big hug. The right arm comes over top, rounding in, grabbing opposite shoulders, tucking the tailbone, tucking the chin. Opening up, inhale. Exhale, left arm comes over top, rounding, tucking the tailbone. One more time each side. Opening up, maybe the heart lifts, the gaze lifts, even smiling a little bit. Good. And then exhale, right arm comes over top. Opening up. And the left arm on top, grabbing opposite shoulders. We'll take the arms out wide again. Roll the shoulders back and down, the palms face up. And then the palms face down. Turn the gaze towards the left hand drops. And first just reaching. We get so much space here. We can receive space by just simply reaching first. Roll the shoulders back and down, active in the palms, the fingertips. You've got beams of light shooting through your fingertips there. Energy in both directions. You can take that into a little bit more of a side bend stretch when you feel ready. Take the hand behind our head, inhale to prepare. Exhale, knee towards that left, or elbow towards the knee. Opening up, inhale. And exhale, knee, elbow to knee. Staying with your steady breath, your foundation that you established. Exhale. Two more. Opening up. Reaching that right arm up over the head. And coming back up to center. Beautiful. Give yourself some shoulder rolls up by the ears and then back and down. Good. And take it the opposite way. So back, up, and around. You might even get your arms into this as well. Keeping the integrity of your shape the whole time, allowing your body to explore your range of motion here, being aware and mindful with each movement, always listening to your body here, tuning in. Good, and then go ahead and bring your arms all the way up. Good, release the index fingers, beautiful. And then take the arms out wide, bend the elbows, the palms come together, lace the hands, turn the palms to face this way, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin, and then reach the arms all the way up. And then take the arms out wide. One more cycle like that, circle sweep, inhale. Index fingers release, Kali Mudra, lengthening. Lift the chest, lift the rib cage as you inhale, exhale, look up. Inhale, and take the arms out wide on the exhalation. Lace the hands together, press the palms towards, but press the palms away from you, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, lift the arms up, and then bend the elbows, take the arms out wide. Deep breath in. And a nice audible sigh. Awesome. Coming to tabletop position. So you can go ahead and swing the legs out and around. We'll go ahead and unfold the blanket if you had it folded there. You can bring it right to the center of your mat. And we'll go ahead and bring our knees right underneath our hips and our palms right underneath our shoulders here. And just go ahead and shift from side to side. Bump the hips to the left, bump the hips to the right. Just notice how you're feeling. Let's tuck the toes, adding a little bit of stretch for the ankles. Maybe you start to take your hips into a rotation here. Moving from the tailbone, the pelvis. And go ahead and start to switch that direction if you started those circles there. Notice how your body's feeling, moving with loving kindness, always moving with that loving awareness rather than judgment. If you catch yourself judging, bring yourself back to the breath. Good, and then we'll go ahead and come back to center here. Take the feet off to the left, look towards or over that left shoulder. Lengthening through the spine, through the neck and the jaw. And then the other way, the feet go off the right, turn your gaze over the right shoulder. Deep breath. Back to center, one more time, over to the left, turning that gaze, full breath here. Clawing the fingertips, palms spread wide, finger pads engaged on the earth, on the mat. And then other side, turn to the right. And back to center. Let's go ahead and walk the hands forward a little bit today. The toes are still tucked and just sinking the hips back, like a child's pose in a way. Melting the heart forward. The forehead can come down onto the earth. And this is a really reverent shape for me. It might be for you too. So there's, the beauty in bowing down to the earth, surrendering. And so come into your breath here. And if the non-harming notion isn't clicking with you, just trust the practice and trust your flow and really receive the benefits of just harmonizing your spirit, your body, your mind, and your breath together. Maybe you inhale to prepare into a kneeling plank. Shift the hips forward, the core stays engaged, and then exhale back into that active child's pose. Inhale to come forward, and then exhale back towards the heels. Moving at your own pace. Perhaps how we take care of ourselves is how we treat people around us. So really receiving this opportunity to take care of our inner world, our inner ecosystem. Feeling the core fire up, the body start to heat up here. And we'll meet back in that child's pose. Sink the hips back. Breathe into the back of the heart, your thoracic spine. Soften into that space on your exhale. We'll shift forward and bring the elbows right to where the hands are, getting ready for puppy pose. So puppy pose is a kneeling downward facing dog. So the elbows come right to where the hands are. Bring the forearms down and melt the heart forward or towards the earth, really opening up the chest and the shoulders here. We'll be here for 5 to 6 breaths. Feel any pinching in the shoulders, you can walk the elbows a little bit closer towards your knees. Be gentle with your body here and always listen. Let's take a big breath in and an audible sigh. We're coming into Sphinx pose next. So go ahead and scoop the chin, scoop the head forward, walk the legs back, and bring yourself onto your belly here. You can bring your hips right to your blanket for extra support. The toes are tucked at first, and then we'll place the tops of the feet on the earth, on the mat here. And so what a beautiful shape for extension of the spine here. Roll the shoulders back and down. Still active. If the arms start to tremble a little bit, that's okay. Embody that strength and know that you're getting stronger. Drop the chin down to the chest. We want to keep the neck long. And go ahead and turn the gaze over to the left. Imagine a loved one is giving you a kiss on your right cheek. And then draw your chin down to your chest. And then your gaze is over to the right. A loved one is giving you a kiss on the left cheek. And then one more time. Each side, chin comes down. Receive the kiss on the cheek. And then chin comes down to the chest, over to the right. And then release. Beautiful. From here, we'll go ahead and reach our palms underneath our shoulders. The heart comes to the earth. Tuck the toes, press back through tabletop, and take that nice child's pose. The knees go wide. You can bring your knees back onto your blanket and sink the hips back towards the heels. You can tuck the toes for extra support here. We'll come back to tabletop. Bring the palms underneath the shoulders, the knees hip distance apart, and just start to circle out the body again. Just moving in a kind and gentle manner. Get your shoulders into it a little bit. You can bend the elbows and take it in both directions. And then go ahead and extend or walk the hands forward a bit to come into that kneeling plank. Toes can stay tucked, or you can bring the tops of the feet to the earth. Breathe here. Activate the core, pull the navel in, roll the biceps forward towards the front of your mat. Nice and strong arms here. Awesome. From here, we'll drop the elbows where the hands were. So right to the earth there. Bring the forearms to the ground. Tuck the toes. So another reverent bow, puppy pose, melting the heart towards the earth, shifting the hips back and up, feeling the sits bones spread wide, opening up your shoulders. Deep breaths, 2 to 3 more here. Try to stay present, catch yourself wandering off. Come back to the moment, come back to your practice. Maybe a nice audible sigh on the exhale. And then we'll bring our head forward, bend the elbows coming into Sphinx. Walk the legs back, bring the hips to the blanket. You can adjust the elbows by grabbing opposite elbows with your hands there and then opening back up. The tops of the feet come to the earth here. And we're breathing. You might walk the hands out a little bit further. Inhale to press up. And then exhale, take the elbows out wide. One cheek comes to the earth. Inhale, press. And the opposite cheek comes to the earth, elbows go out wide. At your own pace, inhale, press. Maybe you bend one leg, the right leg, and then exhale, right cheek to the earth. Inhale, press. Maybe the left leg bends. And then left cheek comes to the earth. One more time, each way, press. You can also just hold in your extension in your Sphinx and continue to breathe. Pressing up. And release back down the left cheek. Good. Slowly bringing the palms underneath your shoulders, tuck the toes. Press back, strong press up. Take a child's pose, the hips sink back. Beautiful. So from here, we're going to bring our blanket to the top of the mat. So we have a nice cushion for our head here. And we're gonna go ahead and bring the palms out wide here and slowly lower down, the elbows hug in. Take the arms out into a T position. So you want your chest to be on the mat and your head to be on the blanket. This is a really beautiful opener, chest opener for our pecs and for our heart and for our shoulders here too. So the right cheek comes to the earth and both arms are in a T position. We'll go ahead and bend the left elbow. The left palm comes right, align with the pec there. We'll bend the left knee and roll over, almost like you're massaging your right thigh. So rolling over, placing the left foot on the earth behind your right thigh. Good. It's a really beautiful stretch for the right shoulder. So I'll show it again. You're on your belly, bending the left leg, massaging that right thigh, rolling over. Good. You can stay here. You can also hug both knees into your chest if that's a little bit more comfortable for you. Otherwise, extend that right leg and plant that left foot on the earth. Breathe here. You can take the left hand for a half bind behind you, or if it feels comfortable, you might find the left ankle and give yourself a little kick, flexing in to the left foot, pressing through the ball of your left foot as well, squeezing that left glute, still being mindful of that shoulder stretch. And then come all the way back to center. Beautiful. We'll pause in a cobra, bring the arms, palms right underneath the shoulders. Inhale, lift the chest. You can press into the palms a little bit here, and then exhale, come back down. Other side, the arms come out into a T position. So now the left cheek is gonna come onto the blanket. We're stretching and expanding our left side now, or stretching our left shoulder. The right elbow bends. The right knee bends. Now we're massaging the left thigh, rolling over onto our left side here, placing the right foot onto the earth. That left palm, you want to keep it flat. Again, hugging both knees into your chest is nice here too. We're extending the left leg and the right foot comes to the earth. You could take a half bind. Also could find the ankle, maybe stretching out your thigh. You could gently pull or kick into your hand, flexing your right foot. And then roll back onto your stomach there. Go ahead and take the arms down by your sides. You can move the blanket forward a bit here. Forehead is on the ground, getting ready for locust here. Let's press the palms down. Inhale, lift the chest. All 10 toes press onto the earth. Hold here. You can stay here and breathe. You might lift your feet and your arms. Squeeze your legs together. If this is too much on your low back, lower your feet. Lift up a little higher. And release all the way down. Beautiful. Tuck the toes, press on up. And take the knees to your chest, Balasana. Take the arms down along your sides, stretching out your low back there. Breathe here. Rounding in the shoulders. Bringing the palms forward, coming back into tabletop. We'll bring the blanket back underneath the knees here. And we'll go ahead and a little bit of a strength move before we cool it down. Tops of the feet on the mat, the palms right underneath the shoulders. Go ahead and come into almost like a hovering tabletop. So press into the tops of your feet, Strengthen the core, hover the shins, and then lower back down. We'll tuck the toes, lift, hover, core is strong, low back is strong, and then release back down. Tops of the feet come onto the mat, lift those shins, strong core, release down, toes tuck, lift the shins and the knees, strong core, and release down. Beautiful. Let's extend the left leg back behind us. Breathe, roll out that ankle, drop the left hip. Maybe reach the right arm forward. Gaze is about at the top of your mat or right in front there, at your gaze there. And then release. Other side, the right leg extends back, spinal balance. You can stay here. Keep the hands on the earth to support you, or extend the left arm out long. Keep that right hip down. Active, reaching through the fingertips, pressing into the ball on the arch of your right foot, Pada Bandha, foot lock. And release. Balasana. Go ahead and take the arms along your sides, melt the heart, round in. Beautiful. Come back up here. Take the legs out and around. Take the feet wide. I'll center myself here. Get your blanket set up. And we'll come into a little windshield wipers of the legs. So the hands go back behind us, the feet go wide. And just simply swish the legs from side to side. You can turn your head the opposite way that your legs are going. And then we'll come into butterfly. So go ahead and bring the soles of your feet together. Sitting on the edge of your blanket. If you'd like to roll up your blanket, that's really nice too here. We'll go from this side so you can see. Rolling up that blanket. Soles of the feet come together. Lengthen to prepare. And then exhale. Keep that spine long and feel free to round if that feels comfortable. Give your arches and the balls of your feet a little foot rub here. If you have any essential oils on hand, I love massaging, giving myself a foot rub with a little essential oil additive there. Super nice aromatherapy. Just running your thumbs along your arches, pulling the toes forward, drawing them back. Your elbows can come to your inner thighs and add a little extra pressure if that feels comfortable. Deepening the breath here. When you're ready, we'll go ahead and meet back in a seated position. So go ahead and unfold your blanket and come into a seated position. We'll go ahead and reach the arms all the way up. Lace the fingers, release the index fingers. On the exhale, feel your ribs lift, your chest expand, and then take a twist towards the right as you release. The left hand comes across, the right hand comes behind you. And so back to non-harming, not forcing yourself into your twist, just gently exploring your range of motion here. If you catch yourself really trying to force, this is a cue for you to take your foot off that gas pedal a little bit and be a little bit more gentle with yourself. The gaze is soft, bringing out the spine here. And we'll come back to center, reach the arms all the way up. Release the index fingers, Kali Mudra. Inhale, look up. Exhale, twist towards the left. The right arm can be in front or onto your thigh there. And again, just being gentle in your twist. back to center. Circle sweep the arms up. Hands come down into your heart. And we'll end with left nostril alternate breathing. So alternate nostril breathing is extremely beneficial to help calm anxiety and bring us into a more restful state of the nervous system. And so we're going to be breathing in through the left nostril and out of the right nostril. And then take it back around, in through the left, out through the right. So you'll use your right hand, drop your peace fingers, your index and your middle finger down to your palm. The ring finger goes on your left nostril and your thumb will be going on your right nostril. So we'll start sitting up nice and tall. The right thumb is on the right nostril. Inhale through the left side. Exhale out of the right side. Right thumb presses. Inhale through the left side. Ring finger presses, thumb releases. Exhale out of the right. Thumb presses, ring finger releases. Inhale through the left. Ring finger presses, thumb releases. Exhale through the right. Slow and steady, continue at your own pace. About 3 more rounds. Final round here. Inhale through the left. Exhale through the right side. Release. Inhale both sides. And exhale. It is Shavasana time, my friends. Beautiful practice. This is truly the gem of our practice. We really set ourselves up for this time, our final resting pose. So I invite you here to come onto your back. You deserve it. We all do. And I always go for a blanket across my body. If you have a pillow or a bolster, you can put that underneath your thighs. But otherwise, go ahead, come onto your back. The palms are a little bit out, or palms are up, arms are out to the side. Legs are out in front. Ahimsa, non-harming. Roll the shoulders back and down once you arrive. Bring your awareness to your body, softening any tension, any resistance. Giving yourself permission to let go and just simply be, filling up your cup. Let the chest and the hips and the jaw, the forehead, the temples soften. Notice your breath. Organically supporting you, letting go of control, trusting that your breath will carry you, noticing that natural structure, the ebb and flow of your breath. And bring your attention to your thoughts. Experiencing harmful thoughts or positive thoughts, and just noticing. Letting those thoughts pass by like clouds rather than holding on to them or trying to figure them out. Becoming the observer and using that breath and the sensation of the moment as your anchor. can pause if you'd like to remain in your Shavasana for at least 8 to 10 minutes. And then when you're ready, you can press play and I will guide you out. As you are coming out of your Shavasana, out of your practice here, before making any quick or rushed movements, just simply deepen the breath. Notice moving forward, knowing that you took care of yourself so you can better take care of your outer world. Adding some movement to the fingers and the toes, maybe rolling out the ankles. And then go ahead and hug one knee into your chest, and then the other. We'll rock on over to the right or the left side, thanking the earth that supports us, all of our support systems. And most importantly, thank yourself for showing up today for your practice. Press that palm into the earth and meet back in an easy seated position where we started this journey. Go ahead and bring the palms onto your lap in a comfortable position. Notice the balance, the tranquility, refreshed, renewed energy of your spirit here. Let's circle sweep together. And bring the hands right down in to the heart. The kindness in me sees and honors the kindness, the compassionate heart that resides in each of you. May you live with ease. Namaste.